Here is the absolute fastest way to get elite enemy kills in Black Ops 7 Endgame if you're working towards the Chroma, Flux or Genesis Mastery camos. If you want to know how to get all 10 kills for a weapon in 5 to 10 minutes, then make sure you stay tuned. Before we continue, if you're looking to unlock any of the new Black Ops 7 Mastery camos, then be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. They're one of the biggest and most reliable names in Call of Duty. Everything's 100% safe and legitimate. They've got over 20,000 verified reviews. Use code RAGER to save 5% and check out their current Black Friday sale to get up to 60% off for a limited time only. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so as I say, if you guys are grinding the elite enemy kills for the Chroma, Flux and Genesis camos, I'm going to show you guys how to do it super quickly. I'm going to give you guys two methods. One is an insanely fast way to do it, slightly more difficult. If you are a less skilled player, it might be worth doing the second method, a little bit slower, but it's a lot easier to do. So the challenge for the Chroma Flux camo says you need to eliminate 10 elite enemies with the weapon. So what counts as an elite enemy? Well, there's lots of different ones. For guild tech, the robots, the main one is the Rhino. For humans, there's ones such as the Phantom Marksman, and for zombies you've got lots of different ones. So the Elder Disciple, which you'll find in lots of areas around the map, or otherwise if you guys are doing exfils, once you get to the final stage of the exfil point, a Cradle Champion will spawn in, which will basically be a more buff Mangler or Mimic. That will count as an elite enemy kill too. I'm going to quickly recommend a couple of things for your class setup, and then we'll talk about how to do this super quickly. So for your major ability, make sure you put on active camo, so it makes you invisible for a short duration if you guys need, for example if you're taking a lot of damage. And secondly, I'd recommend putting on the kinetic jump for the minor ability, so you can jump high into the air. After this you can then activate the wingsuit and then fly around the map really easily. Just saves a lot of time getting around the map if you need to get to different areas. Make sure you put on something useful for the lethal, such as a Semtex grenade. This is quite important. And then for your gun, I'd recommend a good optic like the Lethal Tools ELO, as well as an extended magazine. So with that out of the way, how do you actually get these elite enemy kills fast? Well, the first and best method is to head to the tier 4 area of the map, so with the hardest enemies. If you guys have got a good combat rating level of like at least 45, and you've upgraded the damage on your weapon at the jailbreak workbench, if you don't know how to do that, feel free to check out my guide for that. But if you've done those things, you should be absolutely fine doing this challenge. So we want to do, head to the tier 4 area and head to Low Town. I'll show you where that is on the map. When you get there, you're going to notice on the map there's lots of different elite enemies that it will point out. Now the elite enemy symbol is basically like a yellow skull in a yellow triangle. They'll show both on the minimap and the main map, and this is what you want to be looking out for. You just want to head to one of these at a time, and when you get close you want to ideally throw your grenades at it to lower the health of that enemy, and it's worth shooting it in the head to do more damage, you know, critical damage. Now you guys also might have certain skills unlocked ideally, so you can unlock skills such as at low health you do more damage to enemies, or at point blank range you do more damage to enemies. So if you have those skills, that's even better. So if you take damage, you'll do more damage to them, or if you get close to them, you can do more damage to them. It just makes them killing them a lot faster, because some of these enemies are bullet sponges. But like I say, if you've upgraded the damage of your weapon and you've got to that 8 times damage with the higher combat rating, this shouldn't take long at all. So kill one enemy, and then on the map look for the next elite enemy, head to that one using the kinetic jump and then the wingsuit to fly to that area, take that enemy out, and then rinse and repeat. I mean, this is super easy to do. Just make sure you take cover if you're taking damage, or use your active camo. And I'd also recommend heading to the ammo caches to replenish your ammo and your armor plates, just so you've got enough bullets and so you've got enough armor to protect yourself. So keep going from enemy to enemy. There's going to be tons of them in that area. There's normally like 4 or 5 in the Low Town at any one time. So just go to one, kill that one, go to the next one, kill that one, go to the next one, and keep doing that over and over again. You'll get this done in like 5 or 10 minutes. It's super fast and super easy to do. If you find at any point that there are not many elite enemies for whatever reason, if they've despawned or if you've killed a lot of them, I'd recommend sort of flying away from the area for at least 30 seconds, let those enemies respawn, and then head straight back into that area and farm them again. Like I say, it's an insanely good method. You're going to get this done super quickly. Now it is really efficient, but there is a little bit of skill involved. You have to have upgraded your damage, have a good combat rating, etc. So if you think you're going to struggle with this method, then I have got another method. It's not quite as efficient, but it's really good for less skilled players and it's a bit easier. So for this, what you want to do is you can either find enemies like the Elder Disciples just randomly in zombie areas on the map. So places like the Zombie Island or the grassy area to the left of Trinity Stadium or the area above Resort. Those will all have zombies spawning in, and sometimes you'll have Elder Disciples there too. If you see one, obviously just take that out. But an even better method is farming exfils. The reason for this is because every time you call in an exfil, it will get you to kill a certain number of fear enemies, zombies, and then once you do that, it will then spawn in at the end of that a Cradle Champion, which is basically a more buff version of like a Mimic or a Mangler. If you kill this, it's going to count as an elite. If you've got good damage on your weapon and you've got a good combat rating, it shouldn't take too long at all to take out this elite. But again, use grenades and things like that to make it a bit easier. Once you've killed that elite enemy, you can then either wait for that exfil point to respawn again or head to the next nearest exfil point and do this all over again. I'd recommend doing it in the tier 1 zone because the enemies have less health and it's easier to do. So you should have enough exfils to do this quite quickly. And again, just fly between the exfil points with your wingsuit to make this easier. Once you get all 10, you're going to unlock the Chroma Flux camo, and if you do that on 30 weapons, you're going to get the Genesis camo. If you guys need help with any of the other camo challenges, either in endgame or multiplayer or zombies, then do check them out. I've got guides via the card on screen or link in the description. I do make regular guides on camos, challenges, XP guides, things like that. So if you guys like any of that kind of stuff, then make sure you subscribe to stay up to date for the latest videos. These kind of methods are changing all the time, so it's worth staying up to date with the latest ones. But thanks for watching, and I hope you guys found this useful, and I'll see you all on the next one.